after the Chief Inspector of Schools suggested an outright ban was the only way to avoid disruption in lessons and reduce cases of bullying.
Well, Nick Dixon's at a school in Hertfordshire for us this morning. And Nick, what can you tell us?
Morning to you. Yeah, kids love using their mobile phones. They're a great way for them during school time, I guess, to keep in touch with their mates, to surf the web and to download music onto their phones as well. But as far as the country's top schools inspector is concerned, there's absolutely no place for them at all in the classroom. They're a disruption during lessons and they can be quite a disturbance as well. And as far as Michael Wilshaw is concerned, mobile phone usage should be banned completely for children during school time. Now, this particular school here in Hertfordshire has a pretty relaxed policy towards mobile phone usage. It's fairly clear they have to switch phones off during lessons, but of course they don't need them during the school day. But as far as the head teacher is concerned, they can have phones when they're during lessons. They just don't switch them on, and it's a matter of trust, really. And that policy seems to be working very well for the school. The head teacher, Norman's here. Morning, Norman.
Morning.
So it is a fairly relaxed policy you have here. How do you feel about a possible ban?
I can understand why some schools do need to ban phones, but here we have a different approach to the use of mobile phones. It's about education and it's about getting our young people to understand the appropriateness of mobile phones.
OK, well, we're going to talk to you again just after 7:10. We're also going to talk to some of the children here and their parents as well to see what they think about this.
Will you read that?
OK, Nick, for now, thanks so much indeed. We'd love to get your views on this at home. Should children be banned from taking mobiles into classrooms? You can get in touch with us via the usual channels, email, Twitter, Facebook.
Or, of course, you can text us, 67890. Text costs 25p plus your standard network charge. And you must be over 18, but do get your comments in if you can before 8 o'clock.
And this next story is forming our talking point. Do you think mobile phones should be banned from schools? It's been claimed they're a distraction in class, but is an outright ban the answer? We've sent Nick Dixon to a school in Hertfordshire. Morning, Nick.
Morning, Dan. The policy at this school in Hertfordshire is really quite simple and straightforward. Switch off your phones during lessons, but the phones aren't banned. Kids can bring them into the school if they choose to, but the idea is use responsibility and common sense. And so far, it seems to be working for the kids. A few of them are in at lessons already this morning. Lizzie, how do you feel about a ban? And are you tempted when your phone is on the desk or in your bag?
I don't think I'm tempted at all during class. I don't think it's a distraction, and I don't see any necessary reason why they should ban it.
OK, well, see, that's the cardinal sin there that Alex behind her has just committed. If that happened during a lesson, Alex, what would happen to you?
Normally our phone would be confiscated from us. The least it would be till the end of the day, the most it would be till the end of the week or possibly 2 weeks. And if it was longer than a day, our parents would have to come in and pick it up for us. OK, well, talking of the parents, there's a couple of them here this morning. We've got Jill and Wendy here. Jill, how do you feel about pupils, your kids, having a phone at school?
Well, I think as a parent, you want your child to be focused and engaged. A mobile phone isn't going to help that.
OK, Wendy?
On the other hand, my children are very sporty and they have to attend fixtures after school. It's very useful that they can contact me and let me know changes of venues or times. OK, well, the head teacher's here as well this morning. Norman, just really quickly, how do you feel about a ban?
I don't think a ban's appropriate. We've managed to show that we can work with youngsters. It's about teaching responsibility and the appropriate use of phones. It's about teaching them a life skill. They're going to have phones for the rest of their days. They've got to use them appropriately. That's the key to our policy. OK,
Norman, thanks very much. We're going to have to leave it there. Dan, back to you.
Nick, thanks so much indeed. You guys at home been getting in touch with your views. Jason Marshall says this has come up a lot, actually. We weren't even allowed to take calculators into school in the 70s and 80s, so why should phones be allowed? Leave your gadgets at home, suggests Jason. Much less risk also of them being stolen or damaged in any way, shape or form. Whereas S. Dempsey on text. As a teacher, there's a few teachers getting in touch. As a teacher, pupils should be allowed mobile phones for journeys to and from school, but they are the single biggest factor affecting learning and behaviour. They're also used as weapons to bully and intimidate pupils and staff. Schools could do with having some sort of mobile signal jamming device that covers the school and grounds to sort the problem. Just a couple of your thoughts and views.
Thank you, guys. Excellent.
Thank you. You finished with us all now, Nick?
I think so, yeah. Just stick around for a minute or two. I just want to check.
It's like we just want to tell you.
Fantastic.
Well done. Thanks so well.
Yeah, good. Nice. Sorry. I think we recorded it, so you guys must see it.
Morning, Dave.
You guys want to see it?
Morning. Watch that.
Yeah, good.
Sorry I had to shoo you out.
It's alright, no
It was just, don't worry, we're starting and it's fine.
OB van.
Not so far. The policy here at this school is really quite relaxed. Kids can bring their mobile phones into the classroom, no problem whatsoever, as long as they stick to the rules, and that is switch off your phones. You don't need them during the school day. It's very much common sense, and it seems to be working for the kids. This is great.
Should mobile phones be banned from the classroom? That's our talking point this morning after the head of Ofsted suggested an outright ban was the only way to avoid disruption in lessons.
Well, Nick Dixon's at a school in Hertfordshire for us this morning. Hopefully not being too disruptive, Nick.
Not so far. The policy here at this school is really quite relaxed. Kids can bring their mobile phones into the classroom, no problem whatsoever, as long as they stick to the rules, and that is switch off your phones. You don't need them during the school day. It's all about trust and common sense, and it seems to be working for the kids. This is Will, who's the school captain. Morning, Will. How do you feel about a proposed ban?
Well, as a senior pupil, I've helped in reviewing and looking at the current policy, and I think that helps us understand it. And so we respect it, and I don't think a ban would be necessary for us.
Okay. Lizzie, at the end there, you've got your phone out. Are you tempted during lessons to use it, to pick it up?
I don't think I'm tempted to use it during lessons because I usually have it off, and I agree with Will, I don't think a ban would be necessary here.
Okay, some of the parents are here this morning as well. Let's see what they think. We've got Jill and Wendy here. How do you feel about your kids having phones in the class?
Well, I think as a parent we want our children to be as focused as possible. So I think up to sixth form they're not necessary in the classroom.
Well, Nick, my children are both very sporty and they often have sports fixtures after school, so I find it invaluable that they can phone me and give me updates on times, changes of venues, etc.
I guess that's the kind of benefit here of quite a relaxed policy on usage. The head teacher, Norman's here. Norman, how do you feel about a ban?
A ban is not necessary at the moment because the policy that we operate is arrived at in consultation with parents, it's enforced by staff, and the students understand why we allow them to have phones on premises.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there, Norman. Back to you guys in the studio.
Have we got any comments about being famous now, guys?
Movie stars.
Movie stars? Are your fees going up to do internal podcasting, Miss Lyons?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. So, fingers crossed. Okay, well done, guys.